What's up, everyone? Welcome into the Front Yard Fantasy Hour, brought to you by FanDuel. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my co-hosts, Jay Felicio and Joey Wright. What's up, boys?
What's happening?
This is crazy. We're on FanDuel, and FanDuel literally just sent me an email as you said FanDuel. So I was very thrown off. I think we broke the algorithm. I'm not
And
sure.
Rob is banging on my door saying, we told you to stop doing this stream. We logged you out of our YouTube. So it's just like all these FanDuel coincidences all over the place. Guys, joining us today on maybe our last show before we get canceled here on FanDuel is a very special guest, great friend of the show. We've got Kendall Valenzuela with us. For those of you that do not know Kendall, she is a fantasy football senior analyst over at Matthew Berry's Fantasy Life and the director of social over there. You can find her on Twitter at KValenzuela17. And Kendall, we are so hyped to have you here today.
I know, I'm pumped. I was excited when you guys asked, and then we saw each other in Vegas, and I was like, "This is it. They can't go back now." So I was happy that you guys didn't say, "You know what? We actually don't have the show today." I'm like, "All right, we're here. We're doing it."
You know, we were doing the same thing after we got back from Vegas. Like, wait, did you get a DM from Kendall canceling on us?
No.
Did you get the DM canceling?
It was circled on my calendar. I was ready to go.
It was the same feeling as when I finished my last semester of high school with like straight D's, and I was just waiting for the college to send me back the like.
Actually, you're no longer accepted. I'm
Exactly.
Sorry.
Well, we got some people in the chat ready for today's show. JL in here saying hello, Kendall.
Hello.
And we got Matt in here. What's up, Matt? Welcome in, my friend.
Hi, Matt.
Dame with the howdy. Dame. What's up? And we got Brad in here. Said Brad Bolt said, "Hey fellas, happy Friday morning from Australia."
Hi, Brad.
Nice.
Good morning, Brad.
Good morning.
And
Hello,
Mr.
Brad.
Scamper said, "Happy finale show." Happy finale
Thank
for you as well, Mr. Scampers.
Actually, guys, just to update you, it was an invite to an innovator conference
Oh.
From
with
FanDuel.
FanDuel. Yeah.
Wow, Joey, that's
Well,
incredible.
I don't know why they invited me.
Congratulations.
Hey. Yes, I'm representing the team.
We also got Grimfan in here asking about a trade that went down. Before we get into the trade, though, we have to talk about how Adam Schefter delivered
Yes.
this year.
Messed up,
You guys.
man.
We have been sitting here waiting, all of us, held breath for the news that the Jets have traded for quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Like, we've all been waiting. And he comes out and he tweets, "The Jets have completed a trade." And you're like, and then he says, "with the Baltimore Ravens." And then it's like, wait, what? Like, you're just sitting there like, wait, I thought it was Aaron Rodgers. It's Lamar Jackson. For Chuck Clark from the Ravens in exchange for a 2024 7th round pick. Thanks a lot, Schefter.
It was the
Yeah,
worst.
Brutal.
It was the worst.
Pretty disappointing, not going to say. Simon and I were on the phone and said, "Uh-oh, watch out. There's a trade." Oh, it's just Chuck Clark.
Just Chuck Clark.
Kendall,
As like
do you have-
someone like I run the fantasy social life with a ton of other great people over there. So I'm like ready, right? We've got the breaking graphic up. Shout out to our graphics team. I am ready to go. And I am so glad I didn't hit send because that would have been so embarrassing. You guys would have messaged me and been like, "Yikes, you messed up this morning." I would have been like, yes, I did.
Now, do either of you guys have opinions on the Chuck Clark to the Jets trade? Kendall, what do you think about this move for the Jets?
It's great. Good for them. Let us know when you're ready for the real stuff. Like, you just let us know when you're ready. When you've got Rodgers there, I don't know, another darkness retreat. I don't care what they're doing. If they're sleeping on his couch, like, you guys just let us know when you're ready, and we're all ready to go here, especially the fantasy community.
I'm with you. That's just like that's just brutal. It's like getting a text, "We need to talk," and then the next message is, "What do you want for dinner?" Like, I'm not answering what do I want for dinner. You're breaking up with me in 4 hours. Well, guys, we brought Kendall here to play a game we call Fantasy Football Jeopardy. Before we do that, though, a couple reminders. First and foremost, if you are not following Kendall, go and fix that right now. You can find her on Twitter at KValenzuela17. So check her out and check out all the work that they do over there at Matthew Berry's Fantasy Life. If you're not subscribed to the email newsletter, you should fix that immediately. One of the most valuable in the business. And Brad here saying also Kendall is a boss. So more endorsement to go and follow her right now.
With
After
two
you do
little
that-
flames.
With two flames.
I paid him before this. Don't worry. Your check's in the mail.
After you win Jeopardy, a third one gets added.
There we go.
There we go. After you do that, guys, if you're watching this, that means you're probably already on the FanDuel YouTube channel. If you are, go ahead and hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of the stuff FanDuel's putting out. We're here, but they also have a whole team of other incredibly attractive and smart content creators helping you guys win some money and win your leagues. So you want to subscribe there. And then check them out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at FanDuel, across all of those platforms. Are you guys ready to get into some fantasy football Jeopardy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's
I'm
do
going to
it.
pull this board up, let you guys gander at the categories, and explain the rules before we get started. The game today is Fantasy Football Jeopardy. It's a lot like the popular TV show Jeopardy, but with a fantasy and NFL twist. Instead of buzzing in to answer questions, you will be going in a turn order, selecting which value and which category you would like to answer. Get the question right, you're going to add all that money to your score. Get it wrong, we're not subtracting anything. No negatives here throughout the normal game. There is one other twist that makes it different from regular Jeopardy, though. If you get your question right, you'll get to pick the category for the person that goes after you. So, Kendall, you're going first in this game. You're going to have free reign of the board. But if you get it right, you'll get to tell Jay what category he has to pick the value from for the next question. Go like this until we run out of questions or run out of time, at which point we go into Final Jeopardy. I'll give you a category. You write down a wager. If you get the question right, you're adding that money to your score. If you get the question wrong, you will subtract it. This is the one and only question in the game where you can lose money. But whoever has the most money at the end of that will be our Fantasy Football Jeopardy champion for today. You guys ready?
I do have one question. Simon, what's the prize for today?
Oh, the prize for today, we're going back to our roots. Kendall, if you provide us with your fax number, I have these guys. We'll fax you over some fresh, crisp Kohl's cash at the end of this if you do win this game.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Not
Bring
even expired. Not even expired. We got the new stuff. Got rid of all of our old stock. We got Dave in here. What's up, Dave? Welcome.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
And Grim said, no sandwiches again. We did a sandwiches category one time and identify that sandwich with a picture up there, and Grim has asked for it every single time.
Are we sure he's not talking about trash sandwiches? Like he's just upset she's not here. She was awesome on Tuesday.
She is an awesome guest. No sandwiches again. Yeah. Well, guys, I'm going to run through these categories and we're going to get started. We've got I'm more than just my slippers. It is March right now, which means it's March Madness. It's time for the Cinderella stories. But there's a little bit more to those teams that made runs in tournaments than just their little tournament run. So I'm going to ask you questions about the schools, maybe the players that made tournament runs, memorable Cinderella tournament runs. We've got consistently great, which is just going to be about consistency throughout the 2022 NFL season. Top end consistency. The word great is in there. We've got grab bag, which can be anything. It could be literally anything. It could be about football. It also could be about slots. We've got where's the new kid from? This is going to be all about where the incoming rookie class went to college. And then we've got future. This is going to be all about NFL futures going into next season. So the FanDuel Sportsbook just pushed a lot of those out. They're all going to be based on odds from the FanDuel Sportsbook as of an hour ago. So if they've updated, then we can correct it in real time. Kendall, you've got free reign of the board here. Any category, any question value. The choice.
No pressure.
I know. I'm nervous. I'm sweating. It's fine. You're like, no pressure. It's just something super fun. Let's do I'm more than just my slippers, and I'll start. We'll get it. We'll start easy with 100. We'll just
more than just my slippers for 100. EJ in here said, I say Kendall wins this already by default.
Thank you. Again, checks in the mail.
Usually DJ roots for me, so you must have paid him out pretty well.
I did.
Here's your first question. Florida Gulf Coast University was the first 15 seed to ever reach the Sweet 16 back in 2013 while earning the nickname Dunk City for the fun style of basketball they played. In what city is Florida Gulf Coast University located? Corpus Christi, Texas, Ogden, Utah, or Fort Myers, Florida?
I'm going to go with Fort Myers, Florida there.
Final answer?
Yes. I don't know if it might be Ogden, Utah.
It is Fort Myers, Florida.
Let's go.
They got that sister school in Fort Ogden, but the real campus is in Fort Myers. Nice job, Kendall, getting that one right.
I was nervous for that one. I went to ASU, so like anything basketball, they're not good at anything, but especially basketball, it's just like it's not good.
What'd you think of? Were you a fan of the Herm hire whenever they made it?
I mean, of course I was at the time, and then it's just like the Broncos getting Russell. You're like, oh my god, I'm so excited, this is it, and then you're like, no, it's just never gonna work.
Didn't even let the man get off the field before they fired him. They did him dirty.
It was brutal. It was brutal.
Pretty fast. I just remember the feeling of like, oh my god, I can't believe he's going to be the coach there. And then checking Reddit, and like 50% were pure excitement and 50% were this is a disaster.
I was excited, and now I know. I learned my lesson.
Well, you're on the board right there, an early lead, Kendall, and you get to pick Jay's category. Where do you want to send Jay?
Oh my gosh, let's go. Where's the new kid from?
Okay, Jay. Where's the new kid from? What value would you like?
You had to pick the one that I did not want to go to.
I don't want that one.
I am not a college football fan. So let's go. I'll go with 200.
200. And where's the new kid from? Running back, Bijan Robinson.
Texas Longhorns.
Final answer?
final answer.
It is, in fact, the University of Texas, Jay. That is absolutely correct. And Jay, before we move on, I'm going to give you your money. Should we be as excited for Bijan as the consensus tells us that we are? The as good of a prospect since Saquon Barkley kind of talk.
Like I was just saying, I'm not a huge college football fan, so I can't speak from a ton of experience, but everything that I've seen on him, yes, I think he is worthy, even of the 101, even in super flex leagues. I think he's going to be one of those guys that comes in as a fantasy contributor right away. You know, every year it happens. Well, this guy's never played it down in the NFL. Well, go look at some of his highlights and see what he did at the college level. He's a beast, and I think he's going to be a first or second rounder, even as early as potentially this year.
Kendall, are you in agreement with Jay here? As optimistic for Bijan coming in?
Yeah, I mean, how could we not be, right? At least for the optimism alone is just like you have his name already in these with these other big names. So to me, I'm just excited, just as excited as we were I'm excited for all these guys, right? It's just whenever they come in, we get excited and we hope that they live up to their names. But I feel like Bijan is so different than other names that we've said in the past. Like everything is there for him. So I'm excited. I'm really excited to see him.
I'm with you. Well, Jay, that gives you $200, and you get to pick Joey's next category. Where are you sending Joey for his first question?
Joey's going to join me, and where's the new kid from?
Joey's
Hopefully
going to
get rid of all those questions.
Before you do that, Brad in here says, I'm looking forward to you guys playing funniest town names in Australia, and you can guess which states Humpy Bong and Sauce Bottle Swamp are. Also, these are 100% real places.
You know what, Brad? The next time that I host Jeopardy, I'm going to DM you, and you're going to help me come up with a question.
Are you going to do which one of these Australian cities that I make up question?
Yep, exactly.
The classic. Those are the best. Joey, which point value would you like, and where's the new kid from?
300.
300. Here we go. Wide receiver, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Ohio State.
Final answer?
Yep.
Ohio State. That is going to give you $300, Joey. Giving you a nice little lead. And I want to ask you, are you excited for Jackson Smith and Jigba? I've seen him as high as some people's number one wide receiver, even with maybe a lack of film from this past year. Do you have him at number one?
So you know how I love narratives. And I had him at number 2. And then I heard Garrett Wilson say that he was the best wide receiver he's played with. And I was like, oh, yeah, he's my number 1 now.
Joey, I love the narrative-based analysis. You're one of the only people who will go down those rabbit holes with me.
I don't let it guide my analysis. I let it break ties. And I think it's Quentin Johnson and him were like 1 and 2. And that was enough for me to be like, okay, this week I'll have number 1. But tune in next week to see where I have him.
Joey, are you still high on Quentin Johnson after a disappointing combine?
Yeah, I'm not worried about him. I don't read too much into the combine. It only boosts my expectations of someone. It doesn't lower them as much. Unless your name's Anthony Richardson, and then I'm just in love again. So
Quentin Johnson, I have a hard time not loving him. It's just exactly the kind of receiver that I fall in love with during the draft process. The big body, the Mike Evans, the Drake London, the Quentin Johnson, these just huge red zone touchdown threat kind of guys. And then Quentin Johnson's one of the best of that profile that we've had come out in the last, 5-6 years. So he's number 1 for me. But it's super close with JSN. Kendall, is JSN your top rookie coming out this year?
He is. Only I'm kind of in the way where I need to get better at it, but I just believe all the hype every time. I'm just like constantly optimistic. I'm like, yeah, he's gonna do great. It's just I saw we reposted a ton of stuff from the combine and watching him, and just like I'm just so excited for the JSN and then whatever copy you have after it, because it's just an immediate like 100 likes, 200 likes, everyone's ready for him. So like I'm believing the hype. I'm also just too optimistic sometimes. So we'll see if it works out later.
I'm excited. This seems like a fun class, but sometimes we say that, then it's like Laquan Treadwell or Royce Freeman, Rashad Penny, and Ronald Jones.
Royce Freeman. That was tough.
I know. That one hurts, right? That one hurts. Well, Joey, you got that one right. A good round for everybody getting your first round questions right. Where would you like to send Kendall?
I want to look at consistently great. I want to see what's going on there. So I want to send her there.
Let's do 200. Let's stay low. See what it's about.
Consistently great. Which of the following players had the most top 12 weekly finishes at their position? Was it Christian McCaffrey or Josh Jacobs?
I'm going to go with Josh Jacobs.
Final answer?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It was Christian McCaffrey.
Man.
12 top 12 weekly finishes.
That's crazy.
Even switching teams, missing time. He had 12 top 12 weekly finishes.
I'm with you, Kendall. I would have got that one wrong too.
Yeah, I was like, maybe, and then he's staying with Las Vegas. I was like, I think based on, because we know how good of a season he had. So I was like, maybe it had to. But that was a good question, because then switching over from the Panthers going back, then it's just like, okay, that makes sense.
Where do you land on CMC going into next year? Is he your number one PPR running back?
Yeah, I think so. I took a stab on him this year, especially, and I took a stab. Like, let's be honest, it's CMC, so let's be real here. But I do still really like him. I like him in that offense so much. It's the same conversations that I had if I never got him, I was strong on the Derrick Henry takes as well, which didn't do too bad, but that's something that's going to be changing. But CMC, but the 101 too, like it's J Jeff all the way for me. Like if you get 101, it's probably going to be Justin Jefferson, but I'm still really high on CMC, and we like him over there at Fantasy Life, so we like what he's doing.
Joey, are you expecting a similar season from Josh Jacobs next year now that we know he's going to be back on the Raiders?
I did get a little bit of confidence in him today because they re-signed Amir Abdullah. And I know that's not like a big splashy name to sign, but it just kind of shows me that the Raiders are pretty much content with Jacobs and Abdullah going in next year. Now, I mean, Derek Carr is not going to be there. The offense is going to change a little bit. I hope they don't just DeMarco Murray, Josh Jacobs, and give him 400 touches total and just bury him into the ground. But he's a top 12 running back for me, which is higher than I had him last year.
That used to be my move in Dynasty. Wait for a guy to get DeMarco Murray and then trade for him. Just like, oh, look what he did.
Because it has to happen again.
It has to happen again.
Right. That's how it works.
It has to happen again. Well, Jay, it is now your turn. You got free reign of the board here. Where do you want to go?
Let's go to I'm more than just my slippers for 300.
More than just my slippers for 300. Loyola Chicago made the improbable run to the Final Four and as an 11 seed in 2018 while the entire nation fell in love with Sister Jean. What is the team name of Loyola Chicago? Are they the Ramblers, the Golden Suns, or the Aggies?
I think they're the Aggies.
Final answer?
Final answer.
I am sorry, they are the Loyola Chicago
that's a hard
Ramblers.
question.
That was a tough one.
That's tough.
Sister Jean was just pictured without her hood on for the first time that I've ever seen her without it on.
Really?
She has some wild hair going on.
I just remember, at first I was so confused watching those games. Like, we're in the middle of a game, then they cut to this random elderly woman on the sideline. Is this a player's mom? Is this a special day? It's her birthday. It's the founder of the university. I wasn't sure. And then they were she's just the number one fan and loves them so much. And I almost cried watching basketball.
The poor woman too. She's always caught in the middle of eating a hot dog or
yeah, it's awful.
Wrist deep in some popcorn. I always feel bad for her, but she's great. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
DJ knew this one, said Ramblers, and I was at the game.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That is sick to have witnessed one of those games. Jay, unfortunately, you got that one wrong, which means it's going to be Joey's turn. Joey, you got free reign of the board. Where would you like to go?
I'm going to do the slippers for 200.
The slippers for 200. In 1985, Villanova won the national championship as an 8 seed, the lowest seed to ever win the tournament to this day. What is the name of Villanova's Wildcat mascot pictured below? Is it Wildcat Willie, Will D. Cat, or Mac the Wildcat?
Man, I'll tell you what.
These terrifying.
These are.
This is a tough 200. I'm gonna go with.
For being honest,
give me the question again? Can I see the whole question?
Absolutely.
Let's see if there's a clue.
No clue.
No clue. I'm going to go right down the middle, Wildy Cat.
Final answer?
Rolls off the tongue, yeah.
Joey, it is Will D. Cat. You are absolutely correct.
Nice.
And all of these are real Wildcat mascot names from other universities. And people are not creative. There was about 30 I found all named Willie Wildcat or Willie the Wildcat, and a couple more Will D. Cats as well.
What's a name that starts with W? Just slap it on there with Wildcat, and we'll go with it.
I get it. Wildcat.
No, did it take you that long, Joey?
No, it really did take me that long to get it.
Nice job, Joey. Figured it out.
Oh, man.
Well, Joey, that's going to put you in the lead.
And
the chat was all over this one.
Yeah,
DJ
they knew
Stampers and Grant. We got some college basketball fans.
Of course, Mr. Stampers
back. Dude. And can I announce it here?
Sure.
We're doing the March Madness bracket again for FYF. So let's go.
Nice.
Be on the lookout in our Discord this week, and the link will be in there. So join up. It'll be fun. Get some FYF merch.
If you want to crush my hopes yet again, as I put way too much time and energy into doing it, and I get disappointed after one day.
The moms did really well last year, from what I remember. I know my mom came in like 3rd place. So go moms.
Nice. The moms.
I've lost 5 years in a row to my girlfriend. Every time we've done it, she beats me. And she goes through and she just was like, Florida Gulf Coast. She picked those upsets because she was like, man, I love the beach. Throw that in there. Well, Joe, you got that one correct, which means you get to pick Kendall's next category. Where are you sending her?
I'm gonna send her to future.
Ooh, let's do it. Oh, let's do. I gotta get a little better here. Let's do 300.
300. Here we go. At -145, which AFC South team has the best odds to win that division? Is it the Houston Texans, the Indianapolis Colts, the Jacksonville Jaguars, or the Tennessee Titans?
It's got to be Jacksonville.
Final answer?
Yeah.
It does got to be Jacksonville.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
One of the only teams with negative odds to win their division throughout the entire league. Probably a testament to the rest of the teams there. But Kendall, are you buying into the fact that Trevor Lawrence has maybe leveled up? Is he one of the top quarterbacks going into next season?
I mean, I don't know if I'll say he's the best quarterback going into next season. I definitely think he leveled up, right? The coaching staff there is phenomenal. You get Calvin Ridley put into that offense and you're even more excited. And then I'm just looking down, like the Titans, that's a rebuild. If we're going to be honest, like I went into this season thinking maybe it's just a retool instead of a rebuild. No, not going to happen. I'm excited to see what the Colts do, who they pick up at quarterback. Same with the Texans. We know what happens though with first year head coaches. It's really tough to get things going. So that division in general, right? I'm excited about Jacksonville just because of everything they have. Then put them with that division. I think it's a lock.
Yeah, I feel like it would just be like tossing money into the garbage bin and lighting it on fire to even mess around with the odds on any of those other teams. Doesn't feel good. Joe, you agree? You think the Jags have this division on lock?
Yes, unless Houston makes the ultimate move and just puts their team on Dameon Pierce's back, Jacksonville's going to win this division. That's the only way that anything can happen.
Joey is in love with Dameon Pierce.
I love that.
He's a great man.
I'm surprised you sure you don't have the shirt on underneath.
I'm always wearing the shirt.
That's what I figured.
One day Joey's going to have the shirt on. He's going to rip the shirt off, and the shirt's going to be tattooed on his chest.
I should get like Dameon Pierce, like Thug Life, across my abs that I don't have.
Dameon on the front, and then Pierce as a.
Or do it like on the knuckles, like Dameon Pierce. You're just like, here he is.
I'd have to grow some extra fingers, but that'd be pretty cool.
It's that more than one letter.
Like, yeah.
I'm just really gunning for him to surprise me on my birthday show this year. Like, I just feel like if I keep putting it out there, eventually the algorithm's going to catch him, and he's going to be like, this guy seems
the algorithm of life, or
manifesting. I like manifesting. Yeah. We can manifest that.
Okay, and then let's after that, Dameon Pierce takes first priority. Can we manifest Zac Efron on the show as well? I would really enjoy that.
That'd be fun.
Only if him and I get to sing the song from The Greatest Showman together, then we can have him on.
I'll mute myself.
It's more for you
as well. I'm singing along, but I will mute. Well, Kendall, you got that one correct, bringing you up to $400, and you get to send Jay to his next category. Where are you sending him?
Let's go. Let's do a grab bag. We haven't touched that one.
There we
I'm kind
go.
of excited for that.
Okay, Jay, what do you want to do?
With Simon doing a grab bag, I'm going for it. Let's go 500.
Let's
500.
go.
Which of the following type of frogs did I make up? Is it the mountain chicken frog? Is it the beeping froglet? Is it the fat Canadian frog? Is it the pig frog, or is it the bumpy rocket frog?
I made a mistake.
One of these I made up. The rest are real. Which one is
frog, it feels like a trap. Like that feels almost too easy. Bumpy
mountain
rocket
chicken frog is the ferret.
Wow.
I'm gonna go with the beeping froglet. Something about the froglet just kind of feels a little fishy. So I'm gonna go.
Done.
The beeping froglet.
Beeping froglet. Final answer? Locking it in?
Nope, I'm changing it. I'm going pig frog.
Pig frog, final answer?
Pig frog, final answer.
Well, you would have been wrong either way. It was the fat Canadian frog that I made.
Canadian.
The mountain chicken frog.
I was most confident in was real was the fat Canadian frog.
That's
that just
so
sounds
funny.
like a real name, but It is what it is.
The rest of these are right. And in the chat, man, no one believed in Mr. Bumpy Rocket. They all thought Bumpy Rocket Frog was fake.
I'm gonna Google Bumpy Rocket.
Doesn't even need you to believe in it. The beeping froglet is just, it's called a froglet because it's little, and it just makes little beeping noise, like beep beep. Is I think about what it sounds like.
It was like what?
Did you do that again?
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Oh, there you go. That was a good one.
That's about what it sounds like. And DJ said, I think they're all made up.
I agree, DJ.
I'm with you, DJ. Real quick, too, DJ asked if there was a fee for the bracket. Completely free. All you got to do is the link is going to be in our Discord. Just hop in there. Joey's running it, and we'll get you in there. And hopefully, if you win some merch.
I'll throw a link to the Discord in the chat. Can we do that?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think we have the technology to do that.
We got the tech. We might have to get our engineers in here, but we can figure it out. Dave in here said, just at me, Simon. I'm going to put Fat Canadian Frog as the answer to the puzzle.
Fat Canadian Frog. Shout out Toronto.
Shout out Fat Frog from the Canada area. Well,
I can't wait to get off the show to Google mountain chicken frog.
I took a screenshot. I took a screenshot just to see what all the just okay. So I can go look on my own and not have to ask you guys.
Jay, you got that one wrong, unfortunately, which means Joey's got free reign of the board. Where are you?
Yeah, man, I really love the 300 questions, but I'm gonna do futures for 400.
Futures for 400. Before we go into that, Jail said engineers here. I got you. Yeah, our engineers are on it. They'll get the link to the Discord in the chat.
Our engineers are like the ones with the little hats that drive the trains. We don't have actual like engineers. We have engineers.
And they're all
minions.
minions.
One of those hats right over here because my son is obsessed with trains and he has one of those hats. So I can go get it and put it on if we need.
Yeah, we know it's your hat, Jay. You don't have to like, make up
Joey,
stuff.
I told you that confidence.
Come Here Now is in here. What's up, Come Here Now? It's been a minute. Welcome back. Glad to have you in here. Joey, you said 400.
400.
In which category again?
Future.
You got to say it that way, Joey.
Within 150, what is the line set at for Derek Carr's 2023-2024 regular season total passing yards? It is the only passing yards prop currently available from the FanDuel Sportsbook.
Glad you got that one.
I'm going to say 42-20.
42-20 final answer?
Yep.
Joey, you are so close. The line was at 4,000.5. So anywhere in that range would have gotten it.
That was a heck of a guess.
I got cute.
Guess.
I got cute.
I thought for sure you were going to go low because last season he only threw for 3,500 yards. He's on a new team, but
it doesn't pass a lot. So it's
Joey, what are you doing with this line? If you have to take over or under on this, which way would you lean?
I'm going under. The only thing I'm excited for Derek Carr for this season is Chris Olave. Like I like his talents pairing with Olave a lot, but we know Taysom Hill's still going to come on the field. The Saints only pass at a 49% passing share, so I'm not huge into Derek Carr for fantasy this year. And for betting purposes, I'll take the under on that.
Looks like the chat's with you, Joey, at least based on their guesses. The highest guess was 35.50 here, around what he threw last year. Kendall, are you with Joey here? Are you taking the under on this?
Yeah, probably. It's just the thing with Derek Carr, especially for our fantasy purposes, right? For us, like when was the last time? I think Ian Hartitz put out a tweet of it's been like QB 20, QB 18, QB 16, QB 16. It's just he hasn't always been good. Now he can support. We've seen it. He can support wide receivers. So I'm still high on Chris Olave going into next season, but for him and this number, that's a tall order. That's a tall order. Again, another really crappy division though. So maybe we see them just, get in there because they're just so bad that they're good. But I'd probably take the under on this too.
That is a division where you just look at it and you're like, I don't know. I guess they have the quarterback.
It's like they don't have Kyle Trask, so I guess we're going to be okay with it.
And the worst part
is
Kyle
daggers at me right now.
I'm sorry.
All right, okay.
Joe, you might have the second best quarterback in your division with Kyle Trask.
I did say on Twitter earlier, I'm really excited for the Bucs this year because I'll be able to walk right into the stadium and walk right down to the field without a ticket. No one's going to be there.
Are you playing quarterback?
Maybe. I did run into one of the blue tents last year, famously. So
beautiful. Well, Joey, that was a great
that.
guess, but unfortunately, no points, which means we're back to you, Kendall.
All
the
right.
board is yours. Where do you want to go?
Let's do grab bag 400.
Grab bag 400.
Hopefully no frogs.
Here's what we have. What is the title of the song that Seattle rapper Macklemore wrote in memory of Mariners play-by-play announcer Dave Nyhouse? Was it My Oh My, How to Play the Flute, Thrift Shop, or Grand Salami Time?
See, I feel bad because I'm from Seattle. Macklemore's a big thing. So I think it's my oh my.
Final answer?
Yeah.
It is
There
my
we
oh
go.
my.
Nice ball.
There we go.
Macklemore
Yeah.
performed it there in Seattle shortly
Look at
after
that.
after he
Well
passed. If you just YouTube this guy's name, there's 400 pages of just epic play-by-play calls over and over and over again.
Yeah, he was the I love, like, I think everyone knows by now, but I love the Mariners. Like, I took my mom to the playoff game because it was the first time since 2001 that they went, and I was the ball girl for them when I was in high school. So like, that was a great question for me. I really appreciate that one, and I'm glad I got it.
Were you at the game that went extra innings where it
Yes.
was like
Yeah.
how many innings was it? Like 18
It was
innings or
18.
something?
18.
Absurd.
No, it was insane. Like, we were having fun, and then I will tell you there was a point where it was like not fun anymore.
Right,
because at some point, like, Cal Raleigh went up and you're like, okay, Julio, and you're like, if none of we were just waiting for them to score. It was never gonna happen. But it was fun.
Do you think there's a point where it was fun, then not fun? Do you think there's like a level where it becomes fun again? Like,
No.
it's so absurd, or it just keeps going?
No, it was a bottom pit of like, this isn't getting better. Like, it's just never gonna happen, because like, it was fun at the beginning, right? Because you get the hype videos, like Ichiro had done something, like,
that's cool.
People were there. Griffey was there, and so you were excited, right? Because at the top of every inning, they were like, this is it, this is the one, and then it never happened.
Right.
And we went 18 deep, and I was like, I'm never going to a baseball game again.
And it'd be different if they were scoring a bunch of runs and it went that long.
Exactly.
There was nothing happening. So
No, it was tough. It was tough.
Jalen here said, "Hey, Seattle squad."
There we go.
He interned there, but it counts. And then Scamper said that was a Kendall targeted question. I like to sneak a couple targeted questions in there, and it's amazing how often the people they're targeted for find them. It happens like 80% of the time. Kendall, you got that one right. Your Mariners knowledge came in handy. Where are you sending Jay?
Let's do where's the new kid from again?
Okay, Jay. Where's the new kid from?
Let's go 400.
400. Tight end Michael Meyer. Where is he from? Where did he go to school?
I believe Notre Dame.
Final answer?
Final answer.
You believe correct. It is Notre Dame, Jay. Nice job,
one.
my friend. I feel like these are some of those ones. If you looked at it, you looked at it. And if you didn't, you didn't. And you can just guess the school. But that's going to put you up there in the game, Jay, right ahead of Joey. It's close between all of you. And you get to pick Joey's next category.
Joey is going to go to consistently great.
300, please.
300 and consistently great. Which of the following players had the most top 12 weekly finishes at their position? Was it Travis Kelce or David Njoku plus Taysom Hill?
I'll go Kelce.
Final answer?
Yeah, this is tricky, but yeah.
Please don't be right.
It is Kelce. 14 for Kelce.
I would have loved to see
12
that.
combined for Njoku and Hill.
That would have been incredible.
But Travis Kelce had 14 top 12 weekly finishes at his position. Just absolutely absurd.
Man.
I wonder how many of those 14 top 12 finishes would have been like wide receiver top 12. Just interested to see what that number would be.
Yeah, absolutely.
I bet like 6. 6 would be my over under.
I don't have too many questions about Travis Kelce. He's probably just going to be Travis Kelce
He's
next
good.
year.
He's good.
He was good on SNL too. His late game was on point.
I've not seen him on SNL.
I haven't watched it yet. I haven't
watched
recorded,
it.
but I haven't watched.
It was good.
Joey, what do you think about David Njoku heading into next season? He had a bit of a season this year. There was a stretch where you could trust him every single week, it felt like.
I was in a dynasty startup, and he went before Cole Kmet, Dallas Goedert, Dalton Schultz. Like, people are excited about him. I don't think we've seen the greatest usage from tight ends with Deshaun Watson, but Njoku looks like a star, so I would assume he's going to be used next year.
Kendall, are you as optimistic about David Njoku there in Cleveland?
Yeah. I really liked him going into. I put a lot on him going into last season. Like, I was excited. He's just such a big physical tight end, right? And so you put in the quarterback situation, and you're like, okay, it could potentially get even better for him. So I'm still on the David Njoku train. You got to watch. I mean, injuries always come up and happen, but the tight end, like, I was doing a podcast yesterday, and I was just looking up like tight end stuff, and I was like, holy hell, we went through hell last year. It just wasn't fun, like, at all. So if we have any consistency besides Travis Kelce and like Mark Andrews and maybe throw in a Kyle Pitts, like it'll be fun. It should be better than last year.
said we went through hell.
Did you see those? I went through the top 10 and it was disgusting.
Yeah,
it's so bad.
It's like, oh, like Evan Ingram at number 5, great. And then the next one is like Tyler Higbee was number 6. Like, excuse me?
With what, averaging like 6.5 points to be number 6 tight end?
Hey, I think it was 6.7.
Oh,
Jay.
sorry.
Give him his credit. Well, Joey, you got that one correct. You're going to earn you a little bit of cash there, putting you tied with Kendall for the lead. And you get to pick Kendall's next category. Where do you want to send her?
Kendall, I like you. Thank you for coming on the show, but I have to play a little gamesmanship here. I'm going to send you to Where's the New Kid From?
That's fine. That's fine. Let's do, I'm just going to take the L and maybe go with 100. 100? So I don't have to, we don't lose points actually. Yeah, I'll go 100 anyway though.
Okay, here we go. Quarterback. Bryce Young.
There we go. Alabama, baby.
Alabama, baby is
there
correct.
We go.
Going to add $100 to your score. Are you concerned about him being 5'10 and a half, this revelation that occurred at the combine?
I don't know. People are making me think that I should be concerned about it though. Like, damn, it's just give the guy. No, I'm not super concerned. Like I like the draft in any way where I think a lot of teams, if they need to, you should always try and take a stab at quarterback. That's why I'm someone that still also thinks that maybe Desmond Ridder continues to get a shot, or I don't know. So I'm excited about him. Also excited, of course, about like Richardson, CJ Stroud. I'm excited about all of them. I don't think we should be too worried about his height. I think that some teams will be, and then maybe that takes him out of the running. But damn, people are really making me think that I should be concerned about it though.
I'm with you, Kendall. Like I just have to imagine the people whose full-time job it is to scout college players for NFL teams were aware that he was 5'10 and a half. Like, know what I mean? Like they didn't just like for their job, just open the Alabama program and like write his height down into their spreadsheet. Like they probably looked at a picture of players that they knew how tall they were or something.
Yeah. He's still going to be good. Like, let's just put it that way. He's still going to be good.
I'm with you. Joey, you were talking a little bit about Anthony Richardson earlier. Is Bryce Young your top QB or has Richardson jumped him for you?
Pass. Don't make me say it. No, I mean, I
say it, Joey. Say it now.
Listen, I've got a feeling that Carolina might trade up to get Richardson, and if that's the case, he would be my number 1 quarterback. Because I feel like he starts right away. That offense is kind of tailored for him. And I hate to say, it depends on landing spot, but in the case of Richardson, like if he goes to Carolina, he would be number 1 quarterback.
Yeah. That's not a cop out. It's truth.
It does.
Especially with the kind of quarterback that he is, right? We're going to be sick and tired of hearing the Josh Allen comps by the time the NFL draft rolls around. But landing spot mattered for a guy like Josh Allen. Josh Allen gets drafted by the Browns first overall that year. He's probably not the Josh Allen we're looking at today. He's probably still completing 55% of his passes in the league.
Let's be honest. Anybody gets drafted for the Browns, and
well, then the one that worked out, they kicked him to the curb. See you, Baker. Well, I forget who answered that last question. Kendall did.
I did.
Yeah. The Alabama.
And Simon, I gotta say, I'm disappointed you didn't use the picture of your tattoo for the Alabama picture.
I thought about that, but I didn't want us to get kicked off YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook.
That's fair.
I have lost a bet, and I have a big old Alabama A tattooed right on my butt cheek.
Perfect.
Everyone always asks me why it's so big. Like, why didn't you get it smaller? But the only thing that would have looked sillier than a large Alabama A on my ass would have been a really little Alabama A. Like that.
You should get a really little one on the other cheek.
Well, then I don't want people having to like get closer to see what it is. Like, let's make it big so they can stand back.
That's true. I love that you had to think about that though. Like, I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's do. I'm kind of gonna follow Joey. I'm sorry, but let's do. Right. I'm more than just my slippers.
Not a problem. Let's go with the 500.
500, and I'm more than just my slippers. In 2006, George Mason made the improbable run to the Final Four as an 11 seed, beating the likes of Michigan State, North Carolina, and UConn on the path there. Leaving the Colonial Athletic Association in 2013, what conference do the George Mason Patriots compete in currently? Is it the Big East, the Horizon League, the Atlantic 10, the Patriot League, or the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference?
Gotta say that was fantastic for me because as a Duke fan, I loved nothing more than rubbing into the face of all the Tar Heel fans that they got beat by George Mason in 2006. It's between Big East and Atlantic Athletic Conference. I want to say
just the Metro is part of that. Just so you know, that is the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference.
Okay, so I'm glad you said that because I thought there was the AAC.
Scamper said these are more fake than the frog names.
I'm gonna go with the Big East. I feel like the Big East fell off and they brought on some lower names, so let's go with Big East.
Final answer?
Final answer.
I am sorry. It is the Atlantic 10, Jay, with the likes of
Man.
Hofstra and UMC Wilmington. And they actually
don't hate on UNC Wilmington. That's a good school.
I mean, they're just no Duke. They're no Michigan State. George Mason didn't even win their conference tournament that year. They lost in the semifinals, got an at-large bid as an 11 seed, and made that run. Jay, you got no points because you were wrong, which means Joey gets to pick his next category.
Don't have to.
I'm gonna go grab bag for 300.
Also, Brad here said Patriot League. So just as I said, the Atlantic 10. And come here now, getting that one right with the Atlantic 10. Nice job. Come here now. Joey, which one did you go with?
Grab bag 300.
Grab bag 300. Which team currently will be picking third in the 2023 NFL draft? Is it the Denver Broncos, the Indianapolis Colts, or the Arizona Cardinals?
Cardinals. Yeah.
Final answer?
Yeah, I don't know why I'm brain farting right now.
Well, you brain farted in the right direction, Joey.
Just kidding. I knew
Arizona Cardinals. Nice job, Joey. That's going to give you $300 or however much that one was worth. Nice. And you get to pick Kendall's next category. Where do you want to send Kendall?
Do it.
Kendall, where's the new kid from?
Yeah, you can do it. I saw it on the board. No, I saw it on the board. I'm just like, just do it. Just give it.
Kendall, it's the 500 only. Here is your question. Running back, Deuce Vaughn.
I have no idea. I have no idea. I'll just throw something random out like TCU or something.
Final answer?
Yeah, I know it's not right.
It was the correct colors. Kansas State. Honestly, wildly close. Same conference. No, same conference, same colors.
Man.
But wrong school. Deuce Vaughn is the running back that measured in at 5'5" at the combine. The shortest player to ever be measured at the NFL combine.
Makes me feel tall.
Unfortunately, Kendall, that was a tough one.
That was a good one. I saw Joey looking at it. I was like, just do it. Just do it.
Dame and come here now in the chat, both knowing Kansas State. Nice job. Kendall, unfortunately, you don't get to pick Jay's next category. I was about to let you do it anyways and realize I got to be fair. Jay, what category do you want?
Let's see. We got some time. Let's go with I like the grab bag. Let's go grab bag for $200. I got to get some money on the board.
Joey, I think that's what you were looking for. Which of the following actors is not nominated for the 2023 Academy Award for Best Actor in a Leading Role? Brendan Fraser, Austin Butler, or Matt Damon? So one of these actors is not nominated for Best Actor this year.
I was looking for this.
Absolutely zero clue. Although I do say I'm assuming Brendan Fraser is because I know he got a lot of praise for his role in The Whale. I have no idea who Austin Butler is. Matt Damon, the answer is always Matt Damon. So just go with Matt Damon.
And you would be correct.
Wow.
Matt Damon was last nominated, I believe, in 2016, for The Martian, right, Joey? But not this year. Austin Butler for Elvis.
Well, as an actor, he was nominated for producer before that, but that's okay.
Oh, sorry, my bad. For Best Actor, he was nominated there. And Jay, you're going to get 200 points for correctly identifying that Matt Damon is not up for Best Actor this year.
Brad got the exact reason that I thought Matt Damon was because of Team America. That's all I could hear in my head was Matt Damon.
Damon. Well, I'm positive that's what, like, I read Mr. Scanver's Matt Damon just in that voice. And Grim fan in here saying Butler did Elvis this year. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it was really good. It was really good.
My celebrity doppelganger is actually Matt Damon, but let me finish my sentence. It's when he gained 50 pounds and he did The Informant and had a mustache. If you look at that picture of the movie poster, you're like, oh my God, that is Joey.
That was the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's not a good movie. It's a great poster, though.
I'm looking. Yeah. Oh my God.
Right?
It's Joey.
Right?
Does it look like him?
Put it on the screen, can you?
I'll get it up there in a second. We can get that pulled up. Joey does look a bit like you right there. Jay, you got that one correct, which means you get to pick Joey's next category. Where do you want to send Joey?
I'm going to send Joey to grab bag. Sorry,
okay.
Joey.
Oh, it's okay.
Joey, there's only
I'm
one
not
left.
going to get it wrong.
There it is. The TV show The Last of Us is based on a video game of what name? The Last of Us, Shroomy Doo, Where Are You, or Minecraft?
It's actually it's my favorite video game of all time, The Last of Us.
Great game.
And it's a great show, too. I've been enjoying it on HBO.
No spoilers. I'm only like 5 episodes deep.
Well,
I
Joe,
heard it's
you're
really good though.
absolutely correct that it's The Last of Us. I've heard it's great. I'm 3 episodes in and I love it. But you actually played the game, Joey?
Yeah. Oh my God, the game's incredible. The
really
only
is.
criticism I'll give to the TV show is they didn't have enough clickers, because the clickers are very present in the game, not so much in the TV show.
It's only season 1.
But that's a very minor criticism.
Well, Joe, you didn't get
Third episode's best of the season. Loved it.
by the other answers in there. I thought for sure I'd get you with Minecraft,
No,
but
no.
you didn't fall for it. You get to pick Kendall's next category here. Where do you want to send Kendall?
Do it again.
Consistently great.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's so
Consistently
nice.
great.
400. I'll do 400.
Here we go. Which of the following players had the most top 12 weekly finishes at their position? Was it Justin Fields, Jalen Hurts, or Joe Burrow?
This feels like a loaded question.
Yeah, it does. I forget
Damn.
the answer. I'm looking at this.
I know I'm in the right spot when Joey goes like this and he's like, he's thinking about it with me.
I was
Yeah.
acting. Thank you.
I'm thinking about it now.
And
too.
scene. Man.
I think I know, but I could be wrong.
Scamper said Shroomy Doo sounds fun.
Me too. I'm gonna go with Joe, but I'm not excited about it.
Joe, but with no thunder. Final
Yeah,
answer.
I'm gonna go with Joe. I think it's a loaded question.
It was a bit of a loaded question. Jalen Hurts,
Gotcha.
even when missing some time, had 13 top 12 weekly finishes every week except for 2 that he started. He
Wow.
was the top
That's
12
crazy.
quarterback. Joe
He's
Burrow
pretty good at football.
killed it with
Yeah, he was
11.
good.
Justin Fields down there at 9. So unfortunately, that is incorrect.
Okay.
You knew it was a trap. You
It
Gotta
was a
watch
trap.
out for those traps sometimes.
we
Time's
know.
tricky.
There we go. I respect it though. I respect it.
Well, Jay, the board is yours, my friend. Where are we going?
Let's go future for 500.
Future.
Oh, excuse me, future. Sorry.
Everyone, please go Google SpongeBob Future after this so no one thinks I'm a lunatic just like saying that. I swear it's a Squidward quote. What I need you to do, Jay, is put these players in order of most likely to least likely to win AP NFL regular season MVP based on their FanDuel Sportsbook odds. So that would be the person with the odds that says they're most likely to win would be first, least likely would be last. The 3 players I need in order are Justin Jefferson, Jordan Love, and Tua Tagovailoa.
This is tricky.
This is tricky. Because I don't know if they're taking into consideration, some people are saying Tua might not play next year. And, it's so hard for a wide receiver to win MVP. If there was a year that he was going to do it, it would have been this year. But I'm going to go Justin Jefferson, Tua, and Jordan Love in that order.
Justin Jefferson, Tua, Jordan Love.
Yes, final answer.
Final answer. I am sorry, Jay. It is Tua,
Wow.
Jordan Love.
Jordan Love
Justin
ahead of
Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson?
That's
That is
crazy.
He's
I
tied for the
like
15th best odds. Jordan Love is at plus 3,000. Jefferson at plus 10,000. Tua at plus 1,600. Joe, were you about to say you like those odds for Jordan Love?
For Justin Jefferson.
Oh,
Like, if somebody's going to do it,
wow.
yeah, that's
I don't feel so bad not getting Tua first because there's no way I would have guessed Jordan Love second. So
Yeah.
yeah. And Jay, I think
That's a good question.
I think you hit the point whenever you were like thinking it through. Wide receivers can't win it. If Justin Jefferson was going to win it, Joe, you said that he would have done it this year.
Jay said that.
Oh, Jay
But
said
it
that.
sounds
but
like something I would have said because it sounds good.
It sounds really smart, so I just assumed it came out of your mouth. But yeah, Jordan Love, even though he isn't even known to be the starter for the Packers next year, has better odds than Justin Jefferson to win MVP. Joey, where would you like to go here?
Yeah, I'm doing some gamemanship in my head. I'm gonna go 200.
So Brad here saying J Love getting that ayahuasca bump. You're going future for 200. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Here we go. Put the following teams in order of most likely to least likely to win the Super Bowl based on their FanDuel Sportsbook odds. The Arizona Cardinals, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Detroit Lions.
I'll go Eagles, Lions, Cardinals.
Final answer?
Yes.
That is going to be correct, Joe. Eagles at plus 900, Lions at plus 2,500, Cardinals down there at plus 18,000. Not liking those odds.
Look at the Lions at plus 2,500.
Lions.
I know. They're like right up there. They're like flirting with
They're
like
going to make the
Cowboys
playoffs.
lines and other teams like that. Looking pretty cute, messing around. Joey, that's going to give you a little bit more money, bringing you up to 1,300 and the lead. And we got time for one more round through here. Where do you want to send Kendall for her last round?
Kendall, I had so much fun in that last category. I'm going to send you right back there.
Messed up, Joey.
There we go.
Future. Here's your question, Kendall. Which of the following players has the worst odds to win AP NFL regular season MVP? Is it Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, or Carson Wentz?
I'll go with our lovely guy Carson over there.
Final answer?
Just a hunch. Yeah.
You sure?
The worst?
I mean,
Yes.
Jordan Love had pretty good odds.
I mean, like if Lamar doesn't play, I guess.
Carson Wentz at plus 30,000 is the correct answer. Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson are some of the top favorites. Patrick Mahomes tied for first.
Really? That's surprising.
Lamar up there as well. I know. Carson Wentz is a little bit further down that list. In fact, I think he's the player with the lowest odds that you can bet on the FanDuel Sportsbook. If I'm not mistaken.
Huh.
Sir Purr has better odds than he does. At this point.
What's that bear over there?
Kendall, that added $100 to your score, and you get to pick Jay's last category.
Let's do let's just keep it going and do our more than just my slippers.
Okay,
See
Jay.
if he gets it.
One more
Those
college
are hard.
basketball question for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Steph Curry broke onto the national stage during the 2008 NCAA tournament as he led the 10-seed Davidson Wildcats to the Elite Eight. Davidson lies on which lake, the largest man-made lake in North Carolina? Is it Jordan Lake, Lake Norman, or High Rock Lake?
Lake Norman.
Final answer?
I like that.
And two of the three of you
Jay
found the
getting
questions targeted towards you.
I live in North
job,
Carolina,
Jay.
Kendall, so I knew that.
Oh, there we go. Okay. I love it.
Getting you 400 points and putting you up at $1,200. This is truly anybody's game as we're going into this final round. Joey, you can create a little bit of separation.
Not really.
This last one.
And I'm bad at math when it comes to Final Jeopardy, and I always mess it up. So
I told Simon this one time before, but Steph Curry, Davidson, I went to UNC Greensboro, and Davidson was in the same conference. And my senior year of college was Steph Curry's senior year of college as well. And I got to see him play at UNC Greensboro. And I thought all he did was jack up shots. I'm like, this guy isn't that good. Like, he's just sitting there jacking up a bunch of threes. Like, yeah, I was completely wrong. Just a little.
And then 5 years later, the entire NBA is jacking up
like,
threes.
he's changed the sport forever. Like, yeah.
What you thought was one guy, now the whole league's playing like him.
Yeah.
Oh man, today at the end of the first half in the Wake Forest Miami game, were you guys watching any of the ACC tournament?
I watched a game, but
just chucked up a half court shot and drilled it. A Wake Forest player did, but he released it half a second too late. So it didn't count.
No.
And they ended up losing
Embiid
by 2 at the end of the game,
that's
and the half court shot at halftime didn't count.
So Miami won.
Brutal. Miami won. Yeah,
It could be a dangerous team in the tournament if they
could. Duke was looking pretty hot as well. Joey, you got a choice of point value here. Do you want to go 100 or 500?
Oh man. Well, I'm gonna go 100 because it doesn't really matter because of how the points shake out. So yeah, 100.
100. Which of the following players had the most top 12 finishes at their position? Was it Justin Jefferson, T.Y. Hilton, or Byron Pringle?
Part of me wants to bomb the question because the points don't matter and say Byron Pringle, but it's Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson is correct with 9 to T.Y. Hilton and Byron Pringle's combined 0 top 12 weekly finishes this year. Joey, that's going to add $100 to your score. And let's just take a peek at this last one just for fun. Which of the following players have the most top 12 weekly finishes at their position? Tom Brady, Lamar Jackson, Greg Dulcich, or DeAndre Hopkins? Do you guys have a guess?
Going
Greg
Dulcich.
Because you wrote the question.
Exactly.
Kendall, you want to take a guess? They're both going Dulcich.
Oh, I'll go with it. No, I'm not. We don't go against the
Clean sweep.
Wow,
Oh,
it's
is it?
Lamar
Okay.
Jackson. Got you guys. 7 for Lamar.
We've
Tom
all got our
Brady
guys.
was
Yeah.
5. Joey, when I first wrote this question, it was with Dulcich as
Yeah,
the answer. And then I went back. I was like, no, they're just going to guess Dulcich because they know I love him. And I switched it. Well, guys, we're moving on to Final Jeopardy now. Kendall, you got 1,000. Joe, you got 1,200. Joe, you have 1,400, meaning this is anybody's game. Likely, if one of you gets this last one right, you will be the champion. Your category for this question is going to be NFL Combine records. NFL Combine records.
Nope.
Okay.
So I need you to write down your wager between 0 and the total amount that you have. And then I'll reveal that question for you guys. Give you about 30 seconds to write down your answers, and we will have a winner.
Dang.
I hate this math part. I'm just gonna. I don't know what to do.
Scampers in here guessing Nuke on the last one. I was surprised by Nuke only having 2 top 12 finishes last season as well. Like, I knew it was disappointing after he got back, but It didn't feel that disappointing last season. Let me know when you guys got your wagers. Give me everyone doing finger math. Joey's doing it in the air. Kendall's doing it on her fingers. And Jay's got Queen's Gambit it and just look up at the ceiling.
How did you know? Hold on.
I don't know.
I wrote down a random number.
Staying up there. I hope I don't have a leak.
I feel like Queen's Gambit did wonders for me because I look less stupid when I just zone out now. People may think I'm just solving something.
Okay.
You got it, Joey?
I do.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and reveal your wagers if you guys have them. Jay going with all of it.
I've got
Joey
600.
And Kendall going with 600. 600 for Kendall, 1,200 for Jay, and 1,200 for Joey as well. I'm going to throw that final question up there. Write your answers down on a piece of paper and go over to the private chat for this one because I'm going to give you about 30 seconds. And a reminder for everybody in the comments, throw your answer in there if you think you know it. Here is your last question.
Okay.
Which wide receiver drafted by the New Orleans Saints is tied with defensive back Jason Allen for the fastest 20-yard shuttle in combine history? Is it Chris Olave, Michael Thomas, or Brandon Cooks? So the fastest 20-yard shuttle in combine history belongs to one of these New Orleans Saints drafted wide receivers. Let's see, now it's my turn to do math. To figure out who would win under each situation. You guys were nice to me this time. Sometimes JL's a jackass and writes like 473. And make them like add weird numbers to figure out the answer. Weird numbers like 473. Thinking. We got some people guessing in the chat down here. Also, Mr. Scamper said I was reverse correct. Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
My professors didn't buy that one in college for some reason. Also, JL in the chat said, hey!
He didn't deny it, though. He knows it's true.
That hurts my feelings. I'm sorry.
Hayden hurts your feelings?
You're my favorite jackass.
Oh, no.
Sorry, Jay. You're second.
You know, that's not bad. I'll take second.
Okay, you guys got your answers?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Maybe.
I do. I got it.
Okay, let's see it. Let's see what you got.
It's not turning the right way. I did Cooks, but I drew a little shit at.
Yeah,
Triple Cooks. Everybody wrote Brandon Cooks. We had some guesses in the chat. Grim fan went with Brandon Cooks. Come here now went with Michael Thomas.
Almost went Thomas.
I almost went Thomas too. Wait.
I believe it's Kendall or myself because of how the math works out.
If you guys are all right, Joey is the winner.
Okay.
If you are all wrong, Kendall is the winner. So Kendall, oddly enough, you are cheering for yourself to be wrong in this situation to be the winner of this game. And maybe everybody's wrong, and it's Rashid Shaheed, an option I didn't even list as a choice, like Mr. Scamper's guess right there. Also, coming now said, Scamp Cat, what is that answer?
Scamp Cat.
Well, guys, the correct answer to this question is Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks is correct. Go. Meaning, Joey, you are going to end with 2,600 and be our champion today. But a good game all around. Came down to that final question.
Yeah.
Kendall, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come on and play this game with us today. It was an absolute blast.
Yeah, this was fun. This was awesome. I was like watching your old ones too, just to make sure. I was like, I got to get ready. I've got to get focused. No, you guys, this is awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Appreciate you making the time.
And everybody watching, if you haven't gone and followed Kendall by the end of this show, I don't know what you're doing. Go and fix it right now. She's on Twitter at KValenzuela17. The link is down there below the video, and we'll post it in the chat right after this as well. Go click on that. Make sure you're following her. Excellent follow in the space. That's going to be it for us today. We will be back live tomorrow morning from 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern time over on our YouTube channel at Front Yard Fantasy for the FYF morning show. So wake up bright and early. Have your breakfast with us then. Until tomorrow, though, we are out of here. Enjoy your Thursday. Adios, everyone.
See you on another time.